Who wants to be right? Does the rain is better when something is wrong? You get excitement in your bones and everything you do's a game. When night comes and you're on your own, you can say I chose to be alone.
Hey everyone, it's Shannon Jorgensen for day 19, Marion Smith's 31-day challenge. And today I'm going to attempt a canvas painting. It's been so many years since I brought out my canvases and done anything with them. And so she's been doing the birdcage one, and last night she did one with some chipboard birds and stuff like that. So I'm a little nervous actually, I'll be honest. I have all these supplies here, so I'm going to go over what I have here. I have no plan, and that's why it makes me nervous. I'm a list person, so, but I have all these supplies here at my bay, so let me show you what I got. The first inspiration I had here was, I showed you a while ago this picture I took and developed it, where it's got the fairy with the black wings and I wanted to use this one. I was going to tear it up and put it in there, but then I have the final print of this that I do want to frame in here, because this was my favorite one from the shoot. So then I feel like if I hang this and have two of the same picture in this room, it might be silly. So I was trying to find something else I liked. Let's see, I mean, there was all different ones. This was just her walking. This one was cool. It's really low in contrast, and so I don't know if I like that because of the quality, but this is a really cool picture. This was kind of cool, and it kind of reminds me of the old angels kind of thing, you know, and I thought tearing her out if I wanted her big on here, but I don't know if I do. The other thing is I got, you know, this old dictionary the other day at the thrift store, and so right here it says nature, and I thought this would be a cool page to print out, though then it goes into naughty. I don't think I want that on there, but nature, I thought this might be good, and then, you know, that would be a good addition. Another inspiration for this was, my mom got me this a while back. It's sheet moss. So let me show you. Open it up, and it's sheet moss. I mean, moss in sheet form is really what it is. You could break it apart, but I thought that would be really fun to add to it. I have burlap. It's always fun for texture. The other thing I thought of, I've done before where I took feathers and painted like gold acrylic paint on them and they hardened, and I thought about putting those down as like a texture, and then I went in my backyard and I found these ferns, and I thought, well, we've got the fairy outside and the moss, so why not I could do something where I like painting over it and having like the impression of it. So I've got these. Okay, so I've got my red on there, and it's a little wet on the edges, but I think that'll be okay. I am going to go with a neutral next. You know what I was thinking? This painting is, for me, when I'm doing painting and I'm doing a lot of multimedia stuff. Okay. When I'm doing painting and I'm doing a lot of multimedia kind of stuff, I just totally channel this one artist, and I've got to look up her name because I can't remember it. I learned about her in art when I was in art classes, when I was so long ago, and she made this. She has a famous painting called The Rose, and I believe it's in a museum in New York now. She did this canvas. She made this canvas in her apartment. So she built it in her apartment, and it was the size of her wall, and she just kept going. She kept adding and adding. She was never satisfied. She kept adding to this for years and years, and in the end the paint was about 2 feet thick off the canvas, and it was so heavy she'd have to reinforce it and put the rebar you know, pipes or whatever in the paint, and they found like chair legs, broken chair legs, everything she would shove in there to try and reinforce the weight of this painting. It was insane. And I think it was just a one big rose is what it was. And in the end, I don't know if it's when she was done or if she passed away, but they couldn't get the painting out of there. They had to rip open, take off the wall of the apartment, literally like remove the side of the wall and use a crane or some kind of type of crane-like thing and pull this canvas out of her home. It weighed so much, no one could lift it. And yeah, the things that they found in that, you know, shoved into the paint to reinforce the weight was just insane. And I just feel like her sometimes because I love to just put things in my paint, just keep adding and adding, and I have to call it quits sometimes. But I think this one is going to be really channeling her because I'm going to put all kinds of stuff on this painting. Hold on. Okay. And you'll see I can't find my easel anywhere. I don't know where it is. That's because I haven't used it in so long. It's now just who knows where. So I'm using my Cricut. It's leaning up against my Cricut, which is ridiculous. And I'm just kind of protecting it a little bit here. I do have silicone and then a towel here, and so it won't drip into my Cricut. But I am using that for my easel because I can't find it.
I agree with you on that. I think you're giving, I think way too much in fact. I said we've only known each other here. You said I've known you longer, my dear. You like to be so close, I like to be alone. I like to sit on chairs and you prefer the floor. Walking with each other, then we never match at all, but we do.